So, hello, my name's Megan. I'm the career advisor at Abingdon and Witney College, Abingdon campus. As it's National Careers Week, this week we thought we would put something up on YouTube about putting together a CV with some good tips, especially if you're applying for apprenticeships or any kind of employment. So I hope you find that these notes are useful. So we have 3 members of the careers team within the college. We've got a careers advisor at every one of our campuses, so at Abingdon, at Witney, and also at Common Lees. We do also, we don't just deal with 16 to 19-year-old students, we do also have an adult service, so this does apply to all ages. If you would like to contact the careers team, please email us at careers@abingdon-whitney.ac.uk and someone will contact you within 24 hours. So what is a CV designed to do? A CV is a document that outlines your skills and experience, which is relevant to the role that you are applying for. A CV, though, is not designed to be your life story. It is simply intended to show and demonstrate your suitability for an opportunity in as short a time as possible. It does not need to describe in endless detail everything that you have done in previous roles. It is likely that the person reading your CV will have many others to look at, so your intention should be to engage them as quickly as possible so they give you maximum consideration. As regards of font, wherever possible, it's really good to use an easy to read font. Something like Calibra Light or Sophia Pro Light are good to use because they're nice, bold and easy to read. Regarding the layout, using colours or quirky fonts and graphic, they may look lovely, but it can make it more difficult for the reader to find the information they are looking for. So keeping it simple with just black with a good clear font is a really good tip to take on board. You may have heard about the 2-page rule. So this suggests that your CV should be limited to a maximum of 2 pages. This may have been the case when CVs were read in paper format, but it is far more likely now that your CV will be read digitally, which does reduce the need to keep it short. However, that said, more than 4 pages would be considered excessive. With your name and your contact details, please make sure that you are contactable. But a CV only really needs to have your name, an email address and a telephone number, and possibly the first section of your postcode. You do not need to put your full address on the CV. Regarding social media, please bear in mind that your name alone will make you searchable, and it is highly likely that your social media pages will be reviewed and scanned for personality fit as well as any red flags. Both agencies and internal recruiters will screen candidates on their LinkedIn account, Instagram and Facebook. So the advice is to remove or make private any content considered inappropriate. Your profile, which will go on the CV, is your opportunity to tell the reader about your professional self and what you are looking for. Now, 2 short paragraphs are ideal for this. So paragraph 1 is your opportunity to tell the reader quickly about your professional self. So this is a little bit about your personality, what you enjoy or what you have a passion for. If possible, it's good to try and relate this to the job role. For paragraph 2, this is where you can tell the reader what it is you want and why you are looking for a new opportunity. Always make this paragraph a positive message and refrain from any negativity towards your current or any previous employers. The key skills section is where you can actually tick several boxes of what an employer is looking for immediately. Bullet point any key skills that are relevant to the role that you are applying for. These can include any professional skills that you may have gained, as well as any soft skills that are valuable to an employer. Just use bullet points on this section, and they should be short and punchy as opposed to very long, drawn-out sentences. Career history, any voluntary experience or extracurricular activities. As with the key skills section, bullet points are great here as they allow the reader to easily scan the document in a very short space of time. So just consider the following when writing this section. Any experience relevant to the role should be first on the list. Any key information obviously can get lost in a lot of text, so please keep it short. Avoid elaborating with multiple examples and avoid using too much jargon. Your interests. Everything that you put on your CV will be analysed by the reader. So depending on what role you are applying for, you may wish to add or remove certain elements of this section. If a candidate participates in any extracurricular training or education for self-development will demonstrate your growth mindset, and also keeping fit will also leave a positive impression. Alternatively, saying that you enjoy skydiving might imply to a reader that you are a risk taker, which in roles that require you to be risk adverse may be a negative. And this could be an example of maybe working within accounts. So just some further tips around CVs. If you are applying for an apprenticeship with an employer or directly through an employer website, you might be asked to complete an application form instead of sending a CV. However, you can use the information on the CV to cut and paste the relevant information. But please remember and please make sure that you read back what you have cut and pasted to make sure that there is nothing on the application form that is not relevant to the specific role that you are applying for, especially if you have already used the CV previously to apply for a different role. Remember that each application will need to be personalised for each different opportunity. And reading through the job description is really important to make sure that the relevant information contained in the job description is on your CV. I hope you found this information useful, but if you would like any further help, please contact the email address on the screen and obviously somebody will contact you to give you some help.